Everything's ready. Coming up to the front of the mat. Feet slightly apart. And just notice where your toes are, give them a bit of space. And press the backs of the heels down. And bend and straighten the legs, get a little bit of bounce going on. Move the hips from side to side. And come up to standing. Nothing's locked at any point. And we'll just see how the neck's doing. I feel like I've slept a bit funny. I had such a deep night's sleep that I've slept funny on my neck. So it's going to be interesting doing this today. Right ear down to right shoulder. Chin down to chest. Left ear across to left shoulder. And then coming up and over. Second time. And then switching directions. And coming up to center and then circling your shoulders. Inhale as they come up. And back, and exhale as they come down. Elbows circling. How happy does your body feel to have a little bit of movement this morning? And then taking your arms, if you have space, full arm extensions as you circle. And then let's reach our arms up overhead and fold our elbows, holding onto either elbow. Be sure the head is relaxed, it's not in any way stuck. And then you're going to just lean from side to side. Letting one elbow rise and then letting the other elbow rise. Come to center with the arms framing the head, and as you breathe in, let the tummy expand. And as you breathe out, draw the tummy back towards the spine. And then releasing the arms, taking them back behind you, interlinking fingers and pressing the hands away, opening up the front of the chest as you look up and breathe into the front of your lungs. Ujjayi breath, if that feels like a good idea to you. Either way, trying to breathe through the nose. And releasing the arms and wrapping them around yourself, dropping your chin towards your chest and breathing into the back of your heart. Finding the space between the shoulder blades. And then releasing and coming back to center. And we'll bring our hands to our hips and circle the heart. And listening out for any sounds, any sensations as you circle what's going on in your spine this morning. And then changing direction. And letting the hips start to circle. And then changing direction. So all of this circling just helps us to get into our body, because it's so easy, isn't it, to live our whole life from our head. And so we're just waking up our awareness, our conscious awareness that there is a body attached to that head. It just so happens to contain an enormous amount of intelligence as well. Okay, so arms down at your side as you inhale. Let's sweep our arms up. We're going to come into Sun Salutation A for 3 rounds, thinking about the heart space. So actually, if you have your arms overhead and you widen them slightly, you really get to expand through your heart. Such a great shape for heart opening. And soften the knees and fold. First one might feel a little bit like the Tin Man from The Wizard of Oz, and I certainly do. So go easy on yourself. Inhale as you look forwards, drawing in the lower tummy as you exhale and fold. And keep the knees as bent as you need to. Let's cross our arms. And maybe sway a little bit from side to side. Getting a little bit of a boost from gravity as we allow some space between each of the vertebrae. Keep the chin tucked towards the chest. And then listen out for the sound of your breath here. Hands to the floor. Inhale as you look forwards. And as you exhale, step back. Pressing the earth away in a little high plank. Take your time and notice what's going on. Can the heels go further back? Can the heart move further forward? And can you draw your tummy in as you lift through the pelvis? Softening the knees. Let's take some cat and cow. Inhale as you look forwards, dipping the spine. Exhale as you tuck, chin to chest, tailbone down, letting the heart rise towards the sky. We're going to do that 3 times. Coming back to neutral, lowering yourself down to the floor, rolling the shoulders away from the ears as you take a baby cobra, and exhale as you come down. And take another baby cobra. It might be slightly stronger. Trying not to put all the weight in your hands, so that actually this is coming from the spine and the muscles that support the spine. 3rd time, inhale. Push down through the hands, sit back on the heels, stretching your arms out in front of you. A great place to breathe into the back of the heart here. Let's walk our hands over to the right, push the left sitting bone away. Getting a nice stretch through the side body. Walking the hands back through center and over to the left. Pushing the right sitting bone back. And coming back to center. All the way up, tuck the toes under, and down dog. Let's play here. Have a little pedal through the feet. How are they doing this morning? Lifting the tailbone up high, and then anchoring the heels down to the floor. Lifting your gaze, stepping your feet forwards, and exhale as you fold. And inhale as you come all the way up. And bring your hands to your heart. And we'll go again. Inhale, rise. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. And exhale, stepping back. Either dropping these, you can take chaturanga if you'd rather. Inhale as you come up into cobra or up face dog. And exhale as you come back. So this practice is gently focusing on the heart. So whilst you're here in down dog, press down through the palms. See if you can get your heart to move closer towards your thighs. Keep the tailbone high and keep the heels dropping down. And the more you press down through the palms, as if you're trying to push your mat away from you, the more you get to move into the heart space, breathing into that space. Inhale as you look forward, step your feet to your hands, and exhale as you fold. Inhaling as you come all the way up, and exhaling hands to heart. Third round, inhale, and exhale. Inhale, and exhale. Inhale, and exhale. 5 breaths. That's 1. And 2. And 3. I feel like the count from the Muppet Show. And 4. And 5. Inhale, looking forward, step your feet to your hands. And exhale as you fold. Inhale to come all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart. We're going to bend knees, let the fingertips brush against the floors, point the tailbone down towards the earth. And then just take the hands to your heart as you look forwards. A nice Utkatasana for the morning. Let's just play around with that. You don't need to be static. See if you can drop a little lower. See if you can bring the knees further back. And point the tailbone down. So easy to let the spine curve at the base there, but try instead to point the tailbone down. Okay, inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, stepping back. Chaturanga or drop the knees. I'm on a drop the knees kind of day to day. Inhale as you come up. And exhale as you go back. Left foot turns, right foot comes forward between your hands, that front knee bends, and inhale as you come up. So quite common is, for it, especially if you do this quite regularly, is actually to be quite high up. So the thing is to get the hips low, and then it's strong. And if this feels uncomfortable on this back leg, just lift the back heel up so you come into a lunge instead. Okay, exhale, hands to the floor, stepping back, vinyasa. And this time the right foot turns. Left foot steps forward. Hips stay low. Inhale as the arms come up. Exhale, hands to the floor, stepping back. Five breaths. Inhale, stepping forwards. Exhale, folding. Bend the knees, come down low. Hands to heart. And reach the arms up. And exhale to standing. And we'll go again the second time. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Right foot comes forward. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Left foot comes forward. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale, down dog. Stepping forwards on the inhale, folding on the exhale, bending knees, coming low. Inhale, the arms up, and exhale to standing. Well done. Have the feet hip width apart. We'll come into a forward fold, so bring your hands to your waist. Inhale, exhale, roll down forwards. Actually, roll down is the wrong word, isn't it? It's a fold. The spine is long and you're folding at the hips. And then bring your hands down to the floor. It may be that they just come to your shins, and that's great. Or you may be able to take them all the way down and take hold of your big toe. You're wrapping your fingers around the big toe. Chin drops towards chest. And be sure that the weight is actually on the heels, not all on the front balls of the feet. Now we're going to take our awareness to our heart space. So as you inhale, there's a little lift, a ripple effect through the spine on the inhalation. And then as you fold a little deeper on the exhalation. So the spine feels fluid as much as possible. And then inhaling, lift the heart, looking just ahead of your feet. You can stay as you are, or you can slide your hands under your feet. I know some of you are ashtanga practices, so you're really familiar with this. And then for those of you who aren't, your toes go right up to the crease in your wrist. As you can see, my knees are really bent to help me get there. And it feels quite nice, as long as you haven't got rings on your fingers, it feels quite nice. Drop chin to chest and start to play with straightening the legs, but there is no battlefield going on. This is just a curious exploration with your breath. And then releasing the hands. Taking the hands to the waist, soften the knees and inhale as you come back up. And we'll come sideways on the mat. Ready for Trikonasana, so feet are wide apart. We'll turn the right foot to point to the edge of the mat and the left foot is square. If you look down, the heel lines up with the highest point of the opposite instep. My yoga mat has a stripe down the middle, which makes it super easy to do that. Inhale, open your arms wide and just watch what's going on in the shoulders. Again, it can be really easy to bring the shoulders up around the ears. Let them stay soft. We'll take a reverse first as you inhale. Keep the knees a little bit bouncy, legs aren't locking, and then exhale as the right hand comes down and the left hand rises. And once you're in there's the approximate shape of the Trikonasana you can start to explore. So what happens if you pull this top shoulder back? Can be quite helpful to have your hand on your waist and roll that top shoulder back, and it really gives you a nice opening through the side body. What happens if you soften your knees and have a little bounce through your legs even here? What happens if you press your hips forward and lean the heart back? And is there any mula bandhas, any pelvic floor strength happening here? Well done. Inhale, coming all the way up. And we'll change feet. We're not actually going to change our feet. We're going to swap feet direction. And again, just watch those shoulders. Keep a bit of bounce. Take a reverse. And then using that length, the reverse gives you this lovely length. Use that to come forwards. And find your approximate Trikonasana shape. And then start to explore, would it be helpful to have your hand in your waist here? Does that allow you to pull that top shoulder back? What's going on in the legs? If they're locked, it's like we're bypassing legs. If you have a bit of bounce, then you are actually using your legs. Can you lean your hips forward as you draw your heart back? And is there anything happening within the pelvic bowl? Is there any strength coming from your core? And can you hear your breath? Well done. Inhale as you come back up. Take your hands to your waist. Right foot's going to turn out. Perhaps your feet are going to go slightly wider apart. You're going to open your arms wide. Inhale. And as you exhale, bend the right knee. So we're coming down through Virabhadrasana B. You might just look out across the middle finger of the right hand for a bit Virabhadrasana B. And play with how low the hips can go here. And that back foot stays grounded. It doesn't curl up away from the floor. And then dropping your elbow to your thigh. Don't put all your weight there, but just rest it as you reach the left arm overhead. And look up towards the sky or the ceiling. As much wriggle as you need to make this work for you. Well done. Inhale as you come back up. Let's go through Virabhadrasana B again. And then we'll straighten the legs. We'll just square the feet so they're parallel. Reach your arms up. Take your hands behind your back. Press the palms away as you look up. And exhale as you fold, bringing your arms overhead. Doesn't matter how far they go. For some people, they stay really close to the body. That's completely fine. Notice, instead of sort of yanking the arms, notice what's going on across the front of your chest and across your collar. And see if you can bring your breath there to support you. Soften the knees and inhale as you come up. Opening the arms out wide. This time the left foot turns out. Bend the left knee. Look out across the left hand. Virabhadrasana B. Hips are low. Back foot stays grounded. And then just gently touching the elbow to the thigh. Reaching the left arm overhead. Looking up towards the ceiling. And inhale as you come back up. Take a moment in Virabhadrasana B. Bring your hands to your waist. And come back to the center. Maybe bring the feet slightly closer together. One more forward fold. So roll the shoulders back. Draw the elbows back behind you. Inhale as you look up. And exhale as you fold.
And listen out for the sound of your breath. Can you really connect with that rhythm, the pulse of your breath here? And you can also explore the degree to which you're putting the weight in your heels or the front third of your feet and your toes. And see if you can find the place that's most helpful for your hamstrings here. And staying in the forward fold, just bring your hands to the floor. And maybe have a very subtle softening of one knee and then the other knee, so that the hips gently rock from side to side. Knees bend, bring the hands to your waist and inhale as you come back up. And step your feet together and hands together. Namaste.